have another Gucci bag today that we are going to be rehabbing. You guys seem to really be liking these purse and luxury leather good rehab videos, and I have no shortage of junk luxury products that I have purchased that I have just been waiting to rehab on video. I actually bought this one back in September as a birthday present to myself, and today it is finally getting its glow up. If you're as excited as I am to see this Gucci brought back to life, stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Rachel Strickland, and lately I have been redesigning and rehabbing a lot of vintage luxury products. Today we're looking at this Gucci Boston bag. I absolutely love the Boston shape in a handbag, so when I saw this one and I saw my signature color pink, I knew that I had to have it. I was in a Whatnot show, per the usual, perusing around when I saw this in the background. Of course, you know I'm going to link the seller below in the description, as well as $15 off of anything on Whatnot. If you've never signed up for Whatnot, then you can use that free to spend on anything. That way you could find bags like this for cheap too, because when I saw this, I thought, ooh, I hope that she runs that at a really good price, and I decided that I would pay just over $200 for this bag. Looking around on eBay, I see one here listed for $700. Here's one for just over $1,000, $600, $566. This one just sold just shy of $600. It is not easy to find this bag for less than between $600 and $1,200, but alas, I thought I could score it for $200. And I did, $204 to be exact. Now this bag is not in quite the disrepair that a lot of them are that we've been rehabbing, so you'll understand why I was willing to pay up for this. One of its biggest defects is that the pink stain on the leather is totally faded. Look at that, it's really, really faded. The red is in great condition, but the pink it's just faded. It looks like stonewashed jeans or something. This is probably from rubbing, but everything else in the bag was in overall pretty good condition. The corners have light rubbing, but again, I think that this is something that I can repair. Let's let the cameras focus so we can have some good before photos on these corners. The bottom of the bag is in fantastic condition. The red, again, fantastic condition. And the pink up top, again, is faded. Let's take a look at the inside of this bag so you can understand the steals and deals that truly are available over there on Whatnot. Guys, it is like flawless inside. I'll just pull out the interior. This is not sticky like the last Gucci one that we rehabbed here on the channel. It is in fantastic condition. Here is the interior Gucci tag, as well as the serial number, 100% authentic bag here, and it came with the long purse strap, so a complete bag here. It has some little threads here and there and just minor repairs that are necessary. The hardware is in spectacular condition, but the biggest thing that it truly requires is the pink needs to be restained, and that is a rehab I've never done. So of course I have been holding this bag for months so that I could rehab and repair it in front of you guys. So when you find a bag like this for anywhere from $400 to $1,000 cheaper than what everyone else is selling them, you won't be intimidated to go ahead and buy something like this. So once more, a look all over this bag. Take a peek at the GG Supreme logo in fantastic condition. Again, that red leather is in really nice condition, but the pink leather has definitely seen better days. Now this is actually after I have already used leather CPR. I attempted to get the scratches out with that first. It's not just scratches though, it is definitely leather fading from the stain. So I ordered this Angelus leather dye with a dauber. You guys told me not to be intimidated over leather dye whenever I was using my leather stain pens, so I'm going all out. And again, this is a bag that I have spent a little bit of money on, so fingers crossed we don't ruin it. Let's see what happens. Okay, first things first, we want to actually prep the leather. So I have 50-50 solution here of 50% water and 50% white vinegar. Nothing special about this white vinegar. Angelus does make a prepping solution if you don't want to do this. I will link down below a couple links to the Angelus prepping solution. But this is what I'm going to try today because I don't have any of that available. But again, just plain distilled white vinegar here. I'm just going to mix this up. 50-50 solution.
I've heard of people also using alcohol. I've heard of people using acetone. I don't want to try anything like that just right off the bat because I feel like it could be really abrasive. Vinegar could be a little abrasive too. Hopefully diluting it helps. I just have this soft cloth. This is actually like a window cleaning cloth, and I am going to try it on a bit of an inconspicuous area to start with. Let's start at the very bottom. But basically just going to go over this, trying to remove any shininess. It doesn't look like it's removing the stain, which is fine. We're just trying to prep and clean this. We want to remove any oil whatsoever, especially since I've already conditioned this leather. We want to be sure that this is a dried out surface so that the leather stain has a really good area to adhere to, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to go in with the same level of pressure all over every part here and just scrub off any oils. It's like if you were doing a self-tan and you don't want to moisturize beforehand. You don't want to have oil all over your skin because you need like a good surface for the spray tan or the sunless tan to adhere to. Look, there's a little bit of pink already coming off. All right. Fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed. Any areas that still look light, I'm just going to go in and, again, be sure that I have any area that I want to have stain on. I'm taking the oil off. Taking any oil off. Careful not to get it here because we don't want to take any oils off of that. That's not leather, it's canvas, but still, I'm not trying to put vinegar all over this whole bag. I'm definitely not trying to get it on the red leather because I don't have any red leather stains, so. This will probably end up being one of my quickest purse restoration videos because this purse doesn't need that much. All right, while that is drying, I'm just going to go in and any little pieces like this. I don't know if that's focusing. I don't know if that's focusing real well, but there's little strings all over this bag. And I'm literally just going in with clippers because I can get closer than with scissors if these are sharp enough. And I'm just clipping those off. Any of them that I cannot get close enough, I can use a lighter, but keep in mind whatever you used to take the finish off, like vinegar is not flammable. If you used a product here, a deglazer or something that is flammable, don't come in while it's still wet and you're waiting for it to dry. Do not come in with this, okay? Use common sense, folks. This is the product that I'm going to be using today. This is Angelus leather dye. Angelus has a full line of products for leather, from deglassers to finishers, preppers, dyes, paints. This was the only shade of pink that I could find that Angelus has as far as an actual leather dye. So I'm hoping that this will work. This is light rose. I'm going to shake it up a little bit. I don't even know if I'm supposed to do that. I'm going to be using a dauber today. So I hope you guys are right that it's going to be so much easier than I think that it's going to be. Let's hope. Oh, I did see on the side of the box here. Oh, okay. Yeah, it says shake well. That there's this little spot. You can just pop this right out. How handy is this? It's like handy as a pocket on a shirt. And then you can put your bottle in there. And now it's not going to tip over nearly as easy. So let's do that. I have actually just an old cloth diaper. I used these as burp rags when my son was young. So put down some type of fabric so you don't stain your countertop. Here goes. So absorbing just a little bit into the cotton here. Kind of cottony. I don't know what that's made out of. It's probably like a wool or something. Let's dab off the extra. All right. And then I'm just gonna, I guess, go in. Start staining, right? You could definitely tape off the edges of, in this case, the GG Supreme part if you are worried that you're going to get it on there. I feel like I have a fairly steady hand, so I'm not going to worry about that, but that's because I rush through things sometimes. And a lot of good results are in the prep work. So if you feel like you need to put some type of tape, painter's tape or something, look at that. I hope it stains that color. I hope it dries like that. I am going to be careful to do the entire pink area, not just the areas that are faded, because I want this to have a nice even tone afterwards. So even if it doesn't look like it's lacking, it's getting a coat of stain. All right. This a little bit goes a long way. This is still sopping wet, plenty wet enough to keep staining. Just rotate this a little bit. And this is a cool pink color. I kind of want to get a pair of shoes or something. I want to stain something else. I actually have a project in mind. You guys let me know if you might be interested in seeing. I have this old Gucci GG wallet, and it is a beige color. It's practically the color of this. But it is so faded, it's not super pretty. What if I stained it pink? I don't have a pink Gucci wallet. I'll show you what the wallet looks like near the end of the video, and then you guys can vote if I should stain it pink and if I should stain it pink for a video. If you want to see that, then you know I will absolutely create that video, because I love creating things, and when I'm not creating things, I love saving things. And I feel like rehabbing vintage items and saving them from the garbage is kind of a mix between creating and saving. Especially if you get a little crazy and start adding charms and painting bags and things like that. I have that as an option in some future videos coming up. I think I want to keep the stain kind of light on this right now, just to try to go in on the piping here. And I'm going to have to get really meticulous. A Q-tip may be good for this because I do not want to get it on that GG. And while this dries, I actually have a whatnot show that I'm about to go do. So I'm just going to do one side and let this dry. And yeah, if you guys didn't know, I actually, not only do I buy on whatnot, I sell on whatnot as well. And today I'm selling Barbie clothes, vintage Barbie clothes. It's really fun. So yeah, if you ever want to come hang out with me, even if you don't want to buy something, you just want to come out, hang out in a show, I'm Rachel Strickland over on whatnot as well. Oh gosh. Sometimes I do voiceovers for these parts, but today this is a real time. This is my voice as I'm doing this. So I feel like it's looking really, really well though. Like it's looking really good. Looking well. I feel like it's looking really good. Let's get some of the excess off. I'll probably fast forward through the other side for you guys. But some people really find it satisfying to see the entire process here. So this is for those of you who love the process. How good is this pink matching up though, as far as the color? Okay, I'm impressed. This is really easy to use. I kind of wish I was ambidextrous right now so I could get this other side. I think I'm going to continue the piping upside down because it's easier to do it at this angle where the GG is on the right, and since I'm coming in from the right and I'm just avoiding it. If I had to cross over that, I don't think it'd be as easy. Look, it needs a little bit of putty right there or something on the corner to fix that bit of piping. If I had a light enough edge coat, I could use that. The bag might be a little bit misshapen as well from not being used since it was faded, it wasn't being used, and I think it lost a little bit of shape, so I'll be sure to stuff it when I'm not using it. This particular seller who sold this to me, she also has a really amazing Instagram. I love her Instagram account, so I'll link it down below in the description as well. We love to share the love here and support other women who are saving vintage and luxury fashion. My two favorite things to buy and sell as far as reselling are vintage and luxury. But people have asked me before, Rachel, if you could only save one, if you could only sell one, what would it be? And I always say the vintage because someone else would come along and buy the luxury. But when it's vintage luxury and when it's luxury that is damaged, I don't know that people are going to come along and save it. So this is, I guess this is truly my favorite, is to buy damaged vintage luxury, to rehab it here on the channel, to sometimes rehome it. This one, you know, is going in my personal collection, but look at that. We are nowhere near done with this, but okay, side A, we see what everything looks like here. This is what it was looking like. This is what I was going to be forced to carry. And side B, it's a direct color match. That is fantastic. I might even go get some Angelus red just to redo a few of these little scratches. On this side, there's some scratches. On this side, it's not quite as bad, but maybe I should get some red and finish up this entire, just looking at it, all of the ideas that are coming to me. Mwahaha. Okay, I think I have enough time to actually do the zipper part and maybe even the other side. It's 12:02 right now. I scheduled my show starts in 8 minutes. Okay, I at least have enough time for the zipper, right? All right, fast forward. Next time you guys see it, the zipper is going to be done. So get a look at what the zipper looks like first, how faded that is, because next time you see it, it's going to be pink. I don't know if one coat is going to do it, if we're going to have 2 coats of stain. We're just we're playing it by ear right now. Okay, I have completed the whatnot and came back, and this is totally dry. I can see a few scratches and lines on here still, but this looks so much better. To give you guys a look, this was the before, this is the after. I did the top part of this zipper as well. I did just the top part here. So just a color match. So this part has been done and this one has not been done. I mean, the color could not be any closer. I swear they had Gucci in mind when Angelus made this stain. So I am just gonna keep doing the same thing here, dabbing around. I won't make you guys watch every painful detail, but look at that. It's just like coloring. It's like using a crayon. This one has a lot more worn spots, so I'll be interested to see how well it covers. But again, making sure that the entire bag gets coated, all of the pink areas, not just where it's worn, because it's not like it's called Gucci pink and it's going to be an exact match. We want to make sure everything blends in really well, okay? But Angelus, if you're listening, you could call it Gucci pink because, truth be told, it is. Look at that color. So beautiful. Okay, I do think if you look closely here, see where the edge coat has cracked here, and especially here. That's keeping this bag looking dingy, in my opinion. This is either a very dark brown or a black edge coat. I have brown. I don't have dark brown. I wish that I did, because dark brown also works better for the Louis Vuitton products that I use edge coat on a lot. What I'm going to do is take this dark brown stain pen. I'm going to edge coat all of those little areas and then stain it in the darkest color that I have available. I've used this technique in the past and it does stain the edge coat, so I'm not really concerned about that. If you've never used edge coat, look at that. This is a good representation of how it dries. It dries as like this, like a plasticky, it doesn't dry like paint would. It dries like a plasticky film. That is what the coat is on the side of leather. So just using a Q-tip here, nothing super fancy. And I'm going to go in and coat all of the areas where the edge coat has actually come off, instead of just staining or just putting black on there. If you did that, it would cover it up, but the crack would still be there. The crack in the edge coat would still be there. So I'm just going to go through and apply this everywhere where the edge coat is cracking or deteriorating, and make sure that it's smooth. And then I'll stain it all dark color. So now, as long as the stain matches the existing edge coat here, I'm not going to edge coat this entire handle. When I get into situations where the stain doesn't match and I can't color match it, obviously I'll do edge coat along the entire thing. And there we go, fill in those cracks. and then stain all of it because I do want it to match. Like you can see how this brown is way too light for this, and that's why I'm going to go in and stain it. And I just got it on the leather a bit there. As long as it's still wet, it's really easy to get off if you do make a mistake like that. They have applicators that makes an easier job of edge coat. I honestly need to invest in some of those. I'll link them down below. You guys can get them before I even do. Hopefully by my next video, I will have some of those. If you guys want to see me be able to use better tools, then like the video, share the video, do whatever you can to help spread this video here on YouTube. But that's the type of thing that keeps my content free and helps a small creator like me here on YouTube. So if you like the video, help me out. Now look here, all of that edge coat is completely gone. I can see the inside of those leather pieces there, and that is not what we want. So we are definitely going to be going in with some edge coat in areas like that. I might have a little bit too much here on the Q-tip. I will do one area here, and then after this dries and after I've fixed it, then I'll pull the handle up and do the part that's underneath. This is going to take more than one coat of this edge coat because it's so damaged here. Like the edge coat is completely gone from just the use of this handle. It's okay to use these leather products and everything. You just got to do some regular maintenance like this or repairs. Good thing that we're getting to this bag now and not 20 years additional use out of it, because this would have just continued to deteriorate, would have continued to fray until you had a real problem with like the handle falling off. See that? Look at that. That would have really been bad news bears 5 years down the road, right? Heck, a year down the road after using this. And now I've turned the bag, and I'm just going to do the same type of work on this side. Anywhere where I can see threads or the edge coat is cracked or deteriorating, we're just going to, guess what, coat the edges. That's what edge coat's for. We're going to coat all of these edges. And I guess the good thing is I'll know exactly where to stain, because it'll be all of the areas where the edge coat does not match. I just noticed, unfortunately, all of this edge coat that has issues also. So as much as I don't want to have to get into that fine little area and try to keep it off the canvas, I'm going to redo that part of the edge coat as well. All right, moment of truth. This part of the edge coat is dry enough. I just want to see if this stain marker is going to blend. Ooh, that's really bright. Hoping to have some blending here. If I have to go in and stain the entire bag, like all the edge coat on the bag, I don't mind. I just don't want to have to edge coat the entire bag. If I do have to go in and stain the existing edge coat, I don't mind that. Just so like the sheen matches. Yeah, because this is duller than this stain. I don't know how it's going to dry, but I may as well just go ahead and refresh this, freshen everything up. It'll probably look good with like a bright coat anyway, right? I love these. These are linked below in the description too, guys. I found these at Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure who else sells these, but Hobby Lobby is where I got mine. So that's what I have linked. All right, there are a few spots like this, like on the corner here. Just a few little areas here and there that need to be touched up. And the only way to touch that up on this canvas is to custom blend a paint to match that, and then go in with these tiny little fine brushes and actually repaint basically where that canvas has lost its color. So I'm going to custom blend now. I feel like this is a blend of grays and taupes. We're going to see what I can come up with. Giving everything one more coat of pink just to ensure it's as dark as I can get it. It's as bright and vibrant as I can get it, and everything is nice and even. I cannot believe I caught the light streaming through the window so perfectly to show off the final view of this bag, you guys, in the brightest light. Check out the pink. There's fading who? We don't know her. Well, fading where? There's no fading. This is the brightest, prettiest Barbie pink that Gucci originally meant this bag to be. It is absolutely gorgeous, you guys. The edge coat, it looks fantastic everywhere. Threads, there's no loose threads on this bag. I could not be more pleased with how this came out. Even the corners where I had to paint, they came out better than expected. So 10 out of 10, would recommend this process. Get yourself some Angelus dye. The video is not sponsored, just want to tell you guys the tools that I use. Please like this video if you like this video, share it with someone who could use it, and I thank you so much as always for watching the video, for commenting, for subscribing. God bless you guys.